the best of the rest of the news, the Fukushima nuclear disaster could become a whole lot worse thanks to the Daiichi nuclear power plant's stricken nuclear number 4 reactor. While there's no fuel in the core of the number 4 reactor, there's a spent fuel pool teetering up 5 floors above the floor, above the ground in that reactor. And if the plant were to collapse, which is certainly a possibility, that spent fuel would spill out and cause unthinkable damage and release huge levels of nuclear radiation into the surrounding areas. So what is TEPCO, the company that runs it, doing to prevent a complete collapse of reactor number 4? And are their efforts enough to prevent yet another nuclear disaster in Fukushima? Joining me for now for more on this is Paul Gunter, Director of Beyond Nuclear. Paul, welcome back.
Thanks again, Tom.
Great to have you with us. First of all, my recollection was that Reactor 4, the fuel pool up in the ceiling of Reactor 4 actually had fresh fuel in it because they were going to fill the reactor, or is my memory wrong?
The fuel pool that's 6 to 10 stories in this reactor building contains both the what they call spent fuel. It's far from spent, it's highly radioactive, right. But they also have the fresh fuel, so they offload and then refuel from that.
Right.
That
because they were going to refuel the reactor before the earthquake happened.
But the unit 4 was under reactor core repair, so they were there were cracked parts in the reactor that were being repaired. So they offloaded all the fuel during that fuel outage, and then the earthquake and tsunami hit. So all of the reactor, the high-level nuclear waste was up in that elevated pond when the accident happened.
So we've got presumably hundreds of thousands or millions of pounds of water and radioactive fuel in the 6th through the 10th floor of a building that is listing. Do I have this right?
Yes. And the Tokyo Electric Power Company has been performing efforts to shore up the building, but we remain concerned that the structure of this supporting the fuel pool is damaged, and that another severe earthquake could cause this whole thing to fall over, even despite the shoring up that the company's done right now. And it's a big concern because Tokyo Electric Power Company has already shown that it's incompetent and can't be trusted. They've been disclosed to have falsified reports about these reactors themselves, Fukushima Daiichi. And now what we really need is more international focus, more international expertise to come in and oversee and actually be involved in this very tenuous and dangerous operation.
Yeah, I knew 2 days ago there was a report that a cyclone was heading toward Fukushima, and I thought,
it brushed by today.
Yeah, but it didn't take it down.
We're very concerned because of these hundreds of tanks that store radioactive water. We've got areas on site, outside right now, where workers could be exposed to lethal doses of radiation within hours. And certainly inside the reactor, there are many zones in there where death would be instantaneous. So, these are the hindrances that storms, another earthquake, could exacerbate the repair altogether.
In the last minute we have here, what's the status of the measurement of the radiation hitting the United States? Are we measuring seafood that is here? Are we measuring the ocean currents? Are we measuring the air? What do we know about it?
Well, the Food and Drug Administration only recently instituted food bans on certain agricultural products coming out of the Fukushima area into the United States. So we have seen action taken on that front. As far as monitoring seafood coming into the United States, there's still no regulatory concern from the United States at this point. So it remains a concern.
Would you eat Pacific fish?
I eat seafood right now, but I'm concerned about the future of the seafood industry. I'm concerned about rainwater. Yeah. There are many concerns, but clearly the main concern is that the monitoring effort, our vigilance, should be stepped up.
Yeah, absolutely. Paul, thanks so much.
Thanks so much. No nukes.
Yeah, no nukes. BeyondNuclear.org.